All right, hopefully that works. Let me, I'll give you guys a couple minutes to hopefully get back on here. That is not the right broadcast. Yeah, that's definitely not the right broadcast. All right, hopefully we'll give this a couple minutes. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Can you hear me now? Hopefully that worked. If it didn't, I don't know what I broke. Hello. Okay, cool. I recoiled my bookworm life planner. It's a little big. It was really long and I can't find pliers, so I have to wait until I can borrow some from somebody, or somebody can make it be better for me. I like it turned so much easier now, because I loaded a bunch of crap in it. So that's pretty nice. But other than that, I don't think I've added anything to my bookworm life planner other than like my next 2 weeks. So there's that. Other planner updates. I haven't really done anything else in my junk journal, but I really want to. That was my hope for tonight until I realized that my book clamp had come. And then I did that instead. But maybe if we get through a week or two. Late to start, yeah. But you have time now. Are you gonna be able? Will you be able to plan like? Yeah. Don't wait too long though. This is all I've gotten done so far in my junk, kind of a junk / memory journal. I've done this page, which was fun to do. I really enjoyed it, but now I'm like really behind. I have all of January I need to do on that. So if I have time for this weekend, this is my next couple days when I have some time, that's what I'm going to be doing. I also am just the very start of doing a Taylor Swift one to like journal my Eras tour for the last 2 years. There's literally nothing in this. And then of course my bullet journal, which I'll pull out in a minute. And then the other projects that I have this year are, right, so you'll have time. I have this one that is going to be like a little adventure book for my boyfriend and I when we take trips. I have one trip so far in here, but we've got one smaller and one bigger trip coming up soon. So that'll be really quick to fill. I'm not like, one trip was that much already. So this will go quick, but I thought this was fun because it was like, I'll get that like dopamine hit of like, oh, hey, look I finished a book. You know what I mean? This is another one. It's just going to be like, I think I'm going to put some older trips in here that I never journaled from like cool places I went. Like when I went with one of my friends to Seattle, or when I went to, Texas with Shelby, or, somebody showed us a YouTube of somebody doing their washi strips like this in a planner, and I really wanted to try it. So then I just did this, but now I haven't used this. So I think I'm going to use this for like random trips, but I never journaled. But that's kind of like on the back burner. That's probably like my last project. Like I have to get through all of this other stuff before I even start in there. And then I also still have my little planner from Italy that I never have finished and or started. So there's also that. And that's kind of what I'm going to be doing this year with time. When I get time. I've got some ideas for some stuff though. If you saw my post earlier, I did finish all the PVC orders. So if you ordered during PVC, it is on its way to you now. Or might already be there if you were in one of the first couple orders I sent out. But yeah, let's get into at least 1 week in my bullet journal. And then from there, if I have an idea for a second week, I'll do a second week. And if not, I might get into this junk journal. So I I do have a ton of stuff that's still set up in my planner too, so I could also do that. I have so much to do, you guys. I've been keeping up with this. I haven't read, I want to read a physical book every day, either an ebook or a physical book, whatever, you know, I want to read text every day. So I've been doing okay with that so far, but I have listened today. So let me put in my audio. I did do a lot of listening, but I haven't read yet. So I'm going to leave a little space and hopefully be able to do that. And I did finish a book, so I'm at 5 for the month and 38 for the year. I'm still on a good tear. 38, 39. That was 39. Anyway, I still put my goals in. I don't really need to add some goals here, but I need to finish this spread. I need to fill more quotes up here, but that's coming along. This is good, other than adding actual travels here. This is good. My vision board is non-existent so far, but we'll do that. Oh, I do need to add a picture here, so I got to charge up my... And then these 2 pages I need to do, and then I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of these pages. 31 days straight. Good job. That's what I'm hoping to do. Not necessarily 30 minutes because I audiobook during the day. So I have read every day. A lot of it has been audiobook, like especially in January with PBC and the prep and all that. It's a lot of audiobooking. So I'm trying to do like a little mini goal for reading each month. I've talked about this before, but January is just to read every day. Or no, sorry, January is to finish a book every day on average. Like, you know, because obviously some books are longer, but I did average. I ended up reading 33 books in January. So I did average a book a day, which was cool. This month's goal is to read text every day. I set it at 10 pages because I know there's some days that it's just going to be like a lot harder to text read than it is to regular read. I would love to read every day for the whole year. Like, I think that's a really crazy but good goal, especially when you take into account I do like to audiobook, so it's never super hard if I think about it, but I don't always think about it. Sometimes I just get on my phone and scroll TikTok, and then with a little shutdown, it kind of made me like realize like how much like I was kind of jonesing for it, and so I was like, okay, this is a problem. And then I don't know if you're on TikTok, if you've noticed since like it's come back, like the algorithm is just a little different and I don't love it as much. Like it's not keeping me as hooked. And honestly, maybe it's also because the Eras tour is over, so I'm not getting like hits of Taylor Swift every day. It could very easily be that. So I'm trying to like disengage with that a little bit and do more reading and more planning and crafting and doing fun things. So that's why I bought that book clamp, so that, ouch, hopefully I can do some fun things like start stenciling book edges. And in my mind, I think it'd be really cool to make some like actual stencils that like fit it, so you guys can do this too, which I used a regular stencil on this. I will say like it was harder because my washi tape was not sticking to my clamp. Like I had washied it on here and like this was not sticking to it. So either I need like some better washi, but also like ones that were like fit to a book would actually be really better because part of the problem was is that like this just kept wanting to like pull down, but it was still really easy to use. Like, so if you have stencils that would fit a book spine, or not fit a book spine, but like if some of your stencils are like the vibe you want on a book, you can totally do it. And I would totally recommend doing it because I think it's really fun. I'm like obsessed with this. Thankfully, like I said, that was just an arc that I had gotten and I'm not like super like tied to. So if it had gone wrong, it wouldn't have been a big deal. So that definitely gave me the courage to do that one pretty easily. Okay, let's just get going though, because like I said, I would love to get 2 weeks and still have some time to junk journal. I have a full stack of stencils. I definitely want to keep with like the heart and or like Valentine's-y theme, so let's pull out some ideas for stencils. Love that one. That one's easy enough. That one's easy enough. That one's easy enough. I don't know if I want that one. That one. I don't know. What was your favorite book in January, Lisa? We just did the love letters, so we won't do that one. Only one. I did two. There's the other one. I feel like next week is Valentine's Day already. Dang. In some ways, this year is flying by, and in others, it is just taking like an excruciatingly long time. The days feel like both decades and like minutes simultaneously, and I don't know how that is happening. That's what I wanted to do today. Dang it. Oh, okay. So my word of the year is joy. Divine Rivals. That was a good one. I liked that. I read it last year sometime. I don't remember when. Exactly. Did you read the second one too? I definitely like the first one much better. The second one I was kind of like, eh. I was glad for the closure, but it didn't hit the same way the first one did. Just finished the second one. All right. This is like Valentine's Day. Trying to decide what I want to do. I kind of want to do a like burn booky one, but I don't think I want to do that for this one. We use this for our monthly layout. I don't think I want to do it for both. My big tower with all of my pens just fell. Sorry, hang on one second, guys. Could do like lips. That would be cute. I think we're just gonna do that and keep it simple. I think we're gonna kind of keep this a simply, although I do love this one. Let's do that one. That seems more Valentine's Day-esque. Cupid. All right, so let's get our anti-stencils down. I am really still loving this. I am gonna work on some different sizes. You really like the first one. I wasn't like, I don't know. It just didn't hit. I think I didn't expect it. I hadn't seen her series on TikTok, so I didn't know what I was expecting. And I think I was just kind of like, what is this? Like kind of surprised by it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of what I want to do. Because part of me is like, I think it'd be cute to do like kind of the same like ripped page and then maybe do like the hearts on this one. I think that's what I'm going to do. Is like, this is going to look like it's ripped. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of washy this off so I know that that's the area that I kind of want it. You still need to read Fourth Wing? Yeah. So you haven't read Fourth Wing at all? Ooh, that's a good one. That would be a good, like, too many things you want to read. I can audiobook while I work. Like, because I'm in an office by myself all day. So, like, I can totally audiobook while I work. So, I'm able to, like, not, to, like, read all these things a lot faster. And like I said, that's definitely one of the reasons I was able to do so many books in January. Okay. Let's stick this here. I think what I'm going to do is do the background first. Because what I'm thinking is it would be cool to do this pattern here. And then on the next spread, use the same pattern. Like, I think that would be fun. So we're going to try that. And I think I'm going to go with like a light pink. No, not special. I think we're with Kitchen Flamingo is a good one. Kitchen Flamingo. Kitsch Flamingo? Oh my gosh. Well, it's a good one, so I think you'll like it. I had to pull up the corner of that because I want this to actually look like the page is torn. So I'm pulling up the corner of the, there we go. I don't know, Fourth Wing is really good. I really enjoyed it. I finished the last one a few days after it came out, and I really need to reread it because I feel like I mean, I know I definitely like flew through it both because I wanted to know what was going to happen and because I was trying to do the book a day and like needed to move on. But it's a good one. I like it a lot. All right, let's grab. I'm gonna grab Festive Berries for these lips. And I do kind of want to start it in the corner because I kind of want to like do this one starting in that corner too on the next page so it like almost lines up. Is anybody Eagles and or Chiefs fans? Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl? The Lions lost, so now I'm like, whatever. It doesn't matter. I did finish Fourth Wing on Friday. Alright, I think we're just going to leave this as is until I can pick the... Okay, so there is that. I'm going to move this really quick and just finish this one lip on here. Sit down. Like I said, I want this to look like the page is actually ripped, so I needed to move that so I could do that. If I would have thought about it, I wouldn't have actually laid this down yet. You know what I mean? Okay. So let's kind of cover that up with a little washi tape. I mean, I want to chat about them too. Yeah, before you see major spoilers. I feel like people have done a pretty good job so far without making anything crazy. Like any like major spoilers. I definitely feel like people are saying things that I'm like, ooh, you should not be saying that. And then I'm like, yeah, they won't get it. But like after the fact, you're going to be like, oh crap, what? just saw this dang stencil and I was like, I need to move it because it was like hanging out somewhere random. And I want to use it. It's that love stencil. Where did I see it? Hey, Cynthia. All right, let's do the love instead of the arrows. I don't know why, I just don't feel like that one. I don't know. Yeah, let's do love. I feel like that's a bigger impact one. I definitely liked it more after I saw like theory videos on TikTok or whatever. Like I needed somebody to explain it to me, you know what I mean? Like same thing. Like I needed the explanations of like, what does it mean? I still feel like a little bit like, what happened? I need to go back and reread it for sure. I did a reread of the first 2 books before it came out. But again, like I was trying to get through X amount of books. So I was kind of like, I wasn't like reading closely. I was listening to the graphic audios, but like for sure I was not like paying deep attention to it. You know what I mean? And so I for sure need a reread too. I went to a Rebecca Yarros book signing in Vancouver when I was there for the Eras tour. I think she went to all 3 nights actually. So she was there for the Eras tour, and so I don't know if she decided to or her publisher decided to like set it up so she could do a book signing while she was there, and that was really cool. But I like at first thought like she was doing like a talk and not just a signing. So like I wanted to reread everything before, so that like it would be fresh in my mind. Well, then she just did a signing and it didn't matter. But then I was like, okay, well now I need to turn around and read it again for Onyx Storm. And I like meant to read it a little more closely. I kind of screwed that up here, but we'll clean it up a little bit with a sand eraser. But yeah, so both times I read through it recently, or Iron Flame and Fourth Wing, have been a little rushed. So one of the things with reading like physical books in February, I think one of the things I want to do is start with Iron Flame and go through like real slowly, text read it all, like. But I've been on such like a reading tear with like everything else, like even the ebook I picked up because I had gotten an arc of The Love Haters by Catherine Senner, which is really, really good, by the way. I really liked it a lot. I think it comes out in like May. Anyway, so I had gotten an arc right around the time I got the Bachman arc actually too. But I like had put that one off because it wasn't like, I'd been looking forward to it, but it wasn't like my top book like the Bachman book was. So like I didn't feel the need to get to it like right away. So I sped through that too. And now I'm like, okay, still on a tear reading. I don't want to like mess it up by like intentionally going slow with like, and it's funny because it's like, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, okay, but now what do I read? Like all the like books that I've like, oh, I'm meaning to get to, I've just been like flying through on audio, especially. So it's like, I actually just signed back up for Kindle Unlimited so that I could just start pulling random books and reading them, like, especially like audiobooks at work, because I've been flying through them. Like, trying to find ones that fit prompts. Like, I'll probably hit up a lot of like sports romance books on Kindle Unlimited, so I can fill out that if you're on the mailing list, that sports romance challenge that I sent out. Have you found any books that you really like? I just checked out with Hoopla in the library. Yeah, I've been using the Libby app like crazy. But I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know what I'm requesting. Either the stuff has like a super long wait, which I'm still putting in the hold for, or it's like I just don't know what to look for anymore, because I'm already like, okay, I've got this. I like how I put that tape down so I wouldn't stencil over this area. I'm an idiot. So yeah, there was a specific book that was on Kindle Unlimited. So if the book in text is on Kindle Unlimited, but the audio isn't, what I usually do is I will check on if you can do like if you buy it, then the Amazon or the Audible is cheaper. And if you have your book checked out on Kindle Unlimited, even if you don't own it, as long as it's in your library, you can still buy that audiobook for cheaper. So that's actually the reason I rejoined it, because I wanted this one audiobook that I realized that I hadn't read, but I still liked. The Band Bookshop. I'll have to check it out. Thank you. Anyway, so you can actually buy the audio of books that you only have checked out on Kindle Unlimited. So I actually just joined Kindle Unlimited specifically to check that book out so I could buy it for $1.99. Oh, that's nice. I'm not a huge mystery person, but I did have to read a couple cozy mysteries for a challenge, and they're not bad. I could deal with that. Like, I'm just not like I'm not like death and it's not my jam. All right, let's peel back. Let's actually outline first. I'm going to stop right there. Stop there. Like sitting in a bookshop cafe, or like reading books about bookshops. One Dark Window. What's that about? You're on the wait list for Onyx Storm. Everybody and their mother is probably on that wait list. I just started audio. I just started Behind Every Good Man, which Monica from PBT read at some point last year and really liked it. So I'm like, I've been meaning to read that one. So that's on Kindle Unlimited. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 22, 6. Fantasy. Oh, okay, cool. 2 people are ahead of you. That's actually not terrible. I feel like a lot of library waits are like 10 years long right now. Although they probably bought a ton of copies of it knowing people are going to be wanting that a lot. Nice. I did pre-order the newest Allie Hazelwood book that came out today. And I actually got it yesterday, and I was going to start it, but then I was finishing that Catherine Center arc. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I was finishing that Catherine Center arc. So I think I'm gonna actually, once I get off of here, because I haven't read my like text for the day, I'm gonna open that up. If you record your book in life, you weren't on here, Katie. I recoiled mine completely. I ordered a new coil. It's too long, so I have to get pliers, and it was like this much longer, so I actually like bent it. You can see it right here. It's like really badly bent. I left extra so that I would have the space to like cut it nicely and like fold over the things. I just don't know how to do it. So I'm waiting until somebody at Scrappy shows me how. But I added a new coil. And I added some of those pages in. Mine doesn't seem to have that misaligned problem like yours does. Because I did add some pages in mine, and I don't know if it's the new coil, but I didn't notice it either. So it might have just been that specific book that you got was like slightly cut weirdly, but mine doesn't have that like overhang problem that yours had. You also weren't here. I don't know if you were here, but earlier I bought one of these book clamps earlier because I decided that I was going to stencil the edges of a book. So this is my newest obsession. It was an arc that I had that I was going to get rid of anyway. So I didn't mind screwing it up if it screwed up on accident. I went all the way around, but it turned out really nice. I'm obsessed with it, except I did screw up and I did it upside down. But it still turned out really cute. I think it was an individual issue on yours, unfortunately. Yeah, so this is really fun. Like, it's going to be a fun hobby. I have my, like, head spinning on, like, making ones that are, like, to size to a book. Sessions I could do at, like, planner events. Like, I have so many ideas right now. And I'm really excited about it. That's what I was doing right before I got on here. And I was like, do I really need to get on this live? Because I kind of just want to play with this. I want to go grab, like, 10 more books and do this to them. So, yeah, that's what I was doing before I got on here. Shelby was with me. Or, not with me, but we were on a video chat. And I was like, I really don't want to go live. I want to just keep playing with this. Where's my gray at? Yeah, I really think it was an individual, or isn't it? Either that or I got really lucky. So either it is an individual issue or I got, like, supremely lucky. Okay. Why is my iPad just does not want to, like, show what I'm working on. Okay. We're kind of going fast through this, but I would love to have, like, time 10 to do some junk journaling. anybody have any Super Bowl plans? I think this is like the year that I have least cared about the Super Bowl. I'm only going for the good food. Going to my cousin's house, not to the game. Obviously. If I was gonna go to a football game, I would have been at the national championship game. I did realize I need more boxes. Gosh, I need so many things. I've been tearing through. And it's not that I don't have 100,000 of Monica stickers. It's that I need specific ones. So I need, yeah. I need to get more. Okay. So I do want to do this because I like made this look like the page is torn. I want to do the same thing under this. So we're going to get right to the next week. And is it this Sunday, Scrappy? Oh, Super Bowl. Yes. Super Bowl is this Sunday. Like I said, it is the one that I care about the least. I just don't care about it. No, it's okay. I don't even know why I said Scrappy. That was so random. Oh, I think it's because Katie was talking about recoiling and she did it. Youngest daughter's birthday that day. Oh, nice. Oh, that'll be fun. I've been to that Great Wolf Lodge. It's nice. You'll be snoozing on pain meds, yeah. Hopefully it's not too bad. You get back in time on Sunday, right? I just, like, I don't care. Maybe this is how people feel normally with it, and I just don't know this because the Lions usually aren't good enough that it, like, makes a difference. I also think, like, the Chiefs and Eagles is, like, the matchup that, like, literally nobody cares about. Like, I don't think you could have gotten a worse matchup if you wanted people to care about it. I mean, because it's not like Jason Kelsey is on the Eagles anymore. And, like, look, we love Travis. I'll be watching for Taylor. But I just don't care. Alright, let's get this one nice and pink. Actually, my brother, or my aunt took my cousins to the Kalahari. And they're like, normally they go to Great Wolf Lodge pretty frequently. And I think she won a trip, like a night stay at Kalahari on something, like a raffle or something. And she said the same. She said she actually preferred Kalahari. That there was like more to do. Yeah, I'm going to watch it just because, number one, I'll be at a Super Bowl party. But I'm just having a hard time carrying. This is, like, really dry. I feel like all of my inks have seemed really dry lately, and I don't know if it's maybe just because the air in my house, it's, you know, it's winter and everything is dry, or if I really need to, like, start gradually replacing all these ink pads. I do have a re-inker, though, so I could just do that. I think I have Flamingo, so I'm almost positive I have that color. I just feel like, what are we cheering for the Chiefs 3-peat? Like, no, I don't care. I'm only cheering, like, I want to see Kendrick Lamar. I want to see Taylor surprise everybody and show up as his, like, special guest. Like, I want, like, stupid stuff. I hope the commercials are better than they have been in the past couple years. I hope our food is good. Otherwise, I really don't care. whatsoever at all. I'm like struggling to get ink out of here. Is it me? Let me see if I have a reinker. I'm pretty sure I do, but oh no. Well, I do not have one, so I guess that's going to be on my list of the next time somebody has a good sale to get. But I'll keep it on. Oh well. I think, like I said, I think part of it is that it's so dry out. Yeah, this definitely needs some more ink in it. This is definitely the last kind of spread I want to be using this for when it really needs ink. I'm sorry, I'm struggling a lot with this right now. And I apparently have like red on my hand somewhere. All right, let me flip this upside down for, sometimes that'll help a little bit. You put this on my list for the next time I go to my scrapbook store to grab one of these re-inkers for sure. What can I do? I would totally just change the color out, but I used that pink on the page before it and I wanted it to look like it's coming through. Maybe I'll do like a little bit of a mixy situation. That's a good idea. I definitely need one of these now. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do. It's just not getting as pink as I want it. I know that I somewhere have like a distress refresher spray, but number one, I have no idea where it's at. Well, I have a little bit of idea where it's at. And number two, I don't know if you're supposed to use that on oxides or if you need to, you're supposed to use it just on regular distress inks. I'm not sure. I actually sprayed it like really quickly with this, like, I'll do it again. Let's see. I didn't want to do it like too heavily because it can it oxidizes. So I don't want to put like water on it. It's a mister spray. So I'm hoping that it's not, you know, too intense. It seems to be a tad bit better, so I'm like putting it really far away. One of the things with distressed ink is that water gives it like a weird, like a white cast. So I really don't want it to, like, that's the oxide part of it. It gives it like this oxidized look. So I don't really want to put too much water in it. And actually you can kind of see a little bit of that whiteness on top here. If you were here, you could see it. Now what I might do is just get this corner to be really pink and then use a different pink and kind of like, almost like two-tone it. But I definitely specifically want this corner to be that same color. I really think it's really just needs ink. It honestly makes sense that it's running out of ink because I feel like the last couple times I used it, I was kind of like, why is this so hard? Wish I would have realized this sooner. Ooh, I just realized I put red on it. Great. That's definitely gonna help. Actually, it did kind of help. Here I was feeling like I was doing really good time-wise. Definitely should have realized this ink pad was going earlier. We're gonna kind of go with a two-tony. Because I think once I put the lips on it, you're not gonna be able to tell as much, so. I'm just gonna kind of mix a couple of colors together here. And maybe add a drop or two more water. Well, we did our best. That was not fun, but I need to add now on my list that I need I need a re-inker. And honestly, maybe just an add two, because I feel like it would take a lot to bring this back. I need like half a bottle of ink for it. Actually, I'm gonna keep that out. Okay. Oh, festive berries up there. This one's down here. Okay, let's line this up on this corner. Has anybody finished any of your reading challenges yet? I know some people are like crazy about working on their challenges right away. And there's some short ones too, so. I'm actually pretty close to the romance challenge, Monica's. In fact, I tried to get her. I tried to tell her the other day she needed another romance challenge, like a second one. And I have a name for it too. And it's a good one. And I hope she goes with it. And she was like, I don't know, maybe. And I'm like, no, just do it. Or I'm going to make it up and put it on a printable. What she doesn't know is as soon as I'm done with it, I'm going to go like on the full offensive. Like, do it now or I'm going to do it. All right. Still looks good. I'm definitely flying through a lot tonight. One of my goals this weekend, like I spent all weekend working on BBC orders. One of my goals was to get them done so that I would be able to kind of have some time this weekend to just do some fun things and catch up on some stuff, plan more than I was able to plan during PBC. So I'm definitely looking forward to having a couple minutes to do that. I still definitely have some stuff to catch up on my planner. I have a lot of like empty pages that I need to decide how I'm using. If I'm going to go do the same thing as I did last year. Honestly, I still need to finish up a couple pages in my last year's bullet journal, and I keep saying that, but I'm like, it's like the least important thing. But now I'm like, okay, it's February, like, at some point, if you don't do this, you're never going to do it, and you really wanted to do it. So I need to do that for sure. Oh yeah, I wanted to get those out. It just was my mind at ease, because like, even though like it's unrealistic to be working on orders like 24 hours a day if you're not at work, I always feel guilty when I have like orders hanging over my head. Like when I went to Vancouver, because I was not prepared for that Black Friday. Like I wasn't, it didn't really make it, I didn't really think about how close Black Friday was to me going to Vancouver for the Eras tour. I mean, I thought about it, but like I didn't think about it like practicality wise. And so those orders definitely took a lot longer than normal to go out, because I went to Vancouver and then I got sick, and it was just like never ending. 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I definitely wanted to get these ones out. I know, like me, a lot of you guys are setting your book planners up right now and you want them. So did we watch the Grammys on Sunday night? I checked in every once in a while. Monthly book things I have. What do you mean monthly book things you have? Like challenges or? Oh, got it. Yeah. I try to put that on my, like that intro page. I'm trying to think. What day of the week this is? 17. Got it. Okay, so there is another week. And then I think the week after that, my sister-in-law might be induced. So I'm like, do I do a Valentine's? Do I do like a... I don't really have any baby stencils, but... Never wrote it down for January. Got it. So that is, that's how it looks like. It looks like it really did tear up. That's really fun. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm kind of obsessed with that. So, all right. So you guys get to choose the adventure now. Do you want me to set up like one of my memories pages in here, my like adventures pages, which will be like the hardwood floor one? Do you guys want my junk journal? I kind of want a junk journal. I think I'm gonna junk journal. I'm gonna junk journal, if that's okay. I'm gonna be like really upset if I junk journal. Okay, let's see. So I have some of these, which is from my family does this weird thing. It's like an Italian custom, or it might be from the village my family's from custom. On New Year's Day, we do a, hang on a second, I wanted to bring, so on New Year's Day, we do it's a tradition we have, and it's like, you sit on the floor, and, they cook they do like all the different like pastas and stuff, and the like essentially like a bacon and a sausage and stuff like they would store up from the harvest, and you would bring it out to the fields with like all the people that work their fields and have this like feast in the fields to like represent like the new year and like prosperity in the new year. And so we still do it. We sit on the floor in the basement and we eat with our hands and out of big pots, like communal pots together. And so it's like I don't know, it's like a tradition that we've always done, and it's a little weird. In fact, my boyfriend last year like hadn't met my family, and he wanted to come over on New Year's Day to meet them all, knowing that they were all there. And I was like, yeah, absolutely not. This is not, he's like, what, you don't want me to meet people? And I'm like, no, I just don't want you to do it on this day. Like, I don't even know how to describe this to you. Like, it's so different. And like, I was definitely like, I don't know about you coming over that day. Like, and so, we still do it, and it's like, you know, everybody's first year, like when we were babies, especially my grandparents were still alive, especially, it was like, you'd sit on the floor or not, you sit on the floor, you still sit on the floor. It was very much like, you, like the little kids would like fall in the pot head first, and like it was like a rite of passage for sure, is what I guess what I'm trying to say. And so we did that like we do every year. And so I have a couple pictures from that, and I want to junk journal that. And also let me actually use some of this, kind of what I'm looking for. It's different. It's hard to explain to somebody. It's just a tradition that we've always done, and it's like, it definitely ties back to like my grandparents and, you know, my great-grandparents, and but it's very hard to describe. And so, I have pictures from that I want to put in here, is what I'm trying to say. We usually use newspaper. We haven't the last, people don't get newspapers. Like my grandpa used to collect the newspaper for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I'm trying to find like something that's like kind of newspaper-ish. It's like, I would think I would have some washi that is like newspaper-y, but I don't see it. And I can't really get to my like pen. I'm just gonna have to step away for a second and grab it. Like my grandpa used to collect newspapers for like weeks and weeks, and that's what we would sit on. Like you'd lay it out on the floor and we'd sit on that. And so I'm trying to find something that's like newspaper-y to use for that. Or like some little something, you know what I mean? There's gotta be. I've gotta have something that's newspaper-ish. Let me see. This is more beachy, I think, and nature-y, so this probably won't. I do really like that. Or maybe a pop of color, or that one. Or the brown if I end up going with browns. I really need to organize my office. Like, desperately need to organize it. I didn't think this would have anything. The sad thing is I know I have like a ton of it. And as soon as I put the spread down and I'm done with it and like, okay, that's it. Like, stop worrying about this. As soon as I do that, I 100% will find it. But I'm like stuck on it in my head because like that to me is a part of it, of the whole tradition of it. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. I just dumped out so many stickers. Oh no. Actually, while I was doing that, I had a bit of a idea of where I could find some. I think that in her Reputation kit, I think Mallory from Sugar Pop Fizz had like newsprinty type things. So I'm gonna look through this really quick while I have it out. And if I don't find anything, I'm gonna hop over there and hopefully grab like a sticker or something. I just want like a little pop at least. Like I just need something. Just a little something, please. A little hit of it. Okay, nothing in here. But like I said, I think that Mallory has like newspaper. Okay, I have something. I see something. It might not be as much as I want, but oh yes. I know it says Taylor Swift, but we're just gonna have to use what we have. Oh, that little piece would be perfect. Oh, that one doesn't even have as much Taylor Swift. Thank you, Mallory. You have saved the day. I need to message her that she has saved the day here. Okay. So let's, I definitely want to, I like crumbling things up to give a little texture. And then I definitely want to do some, like stenciling to kind of like not remind me of my roots, because obviously, like, you know. Thank you, Reputation, for being, newspaper coated, I guess. Just trying to see if there's anything in here that would kind of fit the bill too. Yeah, maybe a little bit. We could use like that, maybe. Crazy thing is I definitely have a ton of junk journaling stuff somewhere, and I'm just like, I don't know where it's at. But whatever, we got it. We got there in the end. Actually, now that I think about that, like that being Reputation coated, I feel like there might be more in my, oh, like even that would work, but that's not exactly, oh, here we go. This is from the sticker party. That would actually work too. I might, like I said, I might use a couple of them just to kind of represent like the different papers that he like would collect papers for like weeks. So there'd be like, you'd see something that was like Thanksgiving Day game for the Lions or whatever, and that was like, we used to be like, oh, we're gonna read while we're eating, and that was a good part of the memory too. I think that's it, but we get a couple of options, so I'm happy. All right, so I think I'm gonna like glue this down. And this is just going to give me some depth. And I know a lot of people will junk journal with like a ton of like different papers and stuff in the background. I'm trying not to. Number one, because like the goal is to use my shit and not buy more shit. Stuff that I have, I'll use. And actually, like now that I'm thinking about it, I probably do have like some newspaper type papers in there somewhere. But also like, as much as I love a good chunky journal, it also makes it like so thick that like you can't even use it at a certain point. And while again, like I want to use my journals, I want to have excuses to use more stuff. I don't necessarily want to like waste it. So I think that stencils make a good compromise of like, you can add the accents, but you could also add backgrounds and stuff and give it the dimension that you wouldn't get with just like your regular journal. but also like leaves you a little bit less of the chunkiness, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's kind of look and see what we have. I think I want to do like Italy, just kind of like that's really at the heart of it all, is like our Italian culture. So let's kind of put this here. And actually this tradition specifically came from the village that my grandma is from. And typically when we talk about like my family, and we talk a lot about like my grandpa's side, where he came from. But this is like really specifically from where my grandma came from. And so, anyway, what I was going to say is that while I was in Italy, you know, I had thought about going to the village that my grandpa came from, because that's really where we talk about, and it's kind of where a lot of our, like, common, I don't really know how to say this, but, like, it's where we talk about a lot with my family's, like, ancestry in Italy. And, like, less so about where my grandma's from. But the city or the village, really, that she was from, her family's from, was called Castiglione. And I distinctly remember we were on the train from Florence to Rome, and like it was going really slow. There was nothing wrong with the train we were on, but like the train in front of us had something where like it would go, like we were going so slow. Like at one point I was like, I could walk faster than this. And like, to be honest, like at that point, like I needed that day break. So like I wasn't like mad about it, but like at some point you're like, okay, like let's get on with this show, right? Anyway, so I just remember sitting next to Alex, who she's been around. And I was like, gosh, this is taking so long. And I like looked out the window and all I saw was like village or whatever of Castiglione. And I like, for a minute, I sat there and I was like, Castiglione, I know that. And why do I know? And I was like, wait a damn minute. Like, oh my God. And I like turned to take a picture, and like just so happened at that moment the train sped up, and I was so upset about it, but it was really, really cool to like get to see it. I was so, I don't know, that one like made me really happy to see. So it definitely took on like a little bit more this year of like, had a little more meaning this year. So it was super. And that was kind of cool, like, because usually my uncle, he lives in Florida, he'll usually call and like tell the whole story. And like, I don't know, it was like a really special, like I said, I wasn't expecting it at all. And for it to like have happened, I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And like, I wasn't even like, when we started mapping our trip and like knew we were going to go between the few big cities, it never even like crossed my mind to be like, oh, I should try to go to Castiglione because that's, you know, on that side. And I just like, I don't know, it was just a cool moment. Like it gave me tingles. Like I definitely like had tingles. I had chills. Like I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? So that was cool. Okay. So let's see. I don't have like a ton of pictures, but I do have one more that I haven't printed off. So I'm going to leave space here for like another picture, even though I won't have it down right away. But when I do put it down, I'll take a picture and show you guys. Let's do... It was so wild that it like happened. I was like, what? I'm gonna kind of cover up the part that's like really Taylor Swifty too, so it's like a little bit of layering, I guess. It's funny because when it happened, I like paused and I actually like texted my uncle and I was like, Castiglione, isn't that grandma's? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, why? And I was like, because we just went by it. Like, I was so excited. It was so amazing. Like I said, I just kind of sat there and I was like, Alex, that's the village my grandma was from. And she was like, oh. I was like, I can't believe that just happened. I need some like food stickers. I need some like pasta in here. Oh, after all that, now I find like this is what I was looking for. Not exactly a newspaper though, so I'm glad we found the Taylor Swift stuff for sure. It's kind of feel more like letters, but it was so cool though. Like, it was so cool. Okay, let's see what else we've got in here. Can definitely add that. I think we're gonna add that to give it. What I've been really liking about junk journaling is that, like, I'm not as worried about the specific, like, obviously, like, I put all this stuff on my social media, so, like, I do really want it to look good, right? Like, it should look good, but it's nice to not feel, like, the pressure of, like, I've got to look at this all week. I do also have, this is boring, so let's put a gift frame maybe there. I'll do that and put the other one there. That's like a close-up more of the pasta. I really want to bring in like a couple of different like papery elements. I'm gonna actually, sorry Maria, I'm cutting your sticker in half. I'm gonna still use that other half for something, but I want to use the 2025 on here. It was so cool. And it was like, and I'm not gonna lie, like the end of my Italy trip, I was so tired. I was so, not over it, because, you know, we're going to Rome, so like I wasn't over it at all, but it was just, I was exhausted. Give me 1 second. I think I have a book of ransom letters that I want to kind of incorporate into this too. I just remembered that. just also remembered I had this huge bag of swag from SGS sitting here that I could look for some newspapery type things too. Flip through this real quick because I don't remember anything that was like very specifically I do know we got some things from like the little bits box that I could see. No, that's not really newspapery per se. Nothing really, but it was, you know, didn't hurt to look. I think we've got enough things on here now. I did grab this though. Goodness. Has anybody else been doing any new things in their planner, or like have anybody tried like junk journaling or do anything like that so far this year? I'm the only one that's in this weird like limbo of 100 projects that like all just sound really fun. Because my boyfriend was also like, ooh, have you seen this thing called diamond painting? I was like, oh yeah, I went through that phase in lockdown. I was like, let's do that. But too many options of fun things to do for sure. I want something that looks very like fieldy. Your concerts, yeah. That's one of the other things I need to do. I want to do, it's going to be kind of like a, were you the one who was telling me you did like 30 concerts or something? Or a certain number of concerts? I did one, I finished one, and then I bought up more stuff, and I think that was right around the time that like a lot of the big restrictions kind of lifted in COVID, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't need this anymore. When in fact, I definitely should have stuck with it. I feel like I had a lot of phases during COVID. I had like, oh man. What I should have done was stuck with it and like got all of my stuff like, you know, junk journaled and I guess really more scrapbooking at that point, but organize this shit. One concert per month. Nice. That's so fun. Ooh, that's a good one. I definitely want that one. I feel like that really reminds me of Italy. That's so fun. I love that idea. I'm not really a huge like concert person, but definitely like the Eras Tour made me want to do more for sure. Okay, I'm gonna put my family picture, I think, down here. Maybe put like 2025 right on there. That looks good. I like that idea. Let's do that. Like that. And then I'll have room down here for this picture and then the other one. I think for this one, I want to layer it with like maybe that down here. Do that, and then I'll put the close-up picture of the Sonia. This really doesn't do this long though. Are you, Nikki, do you have a specific journal you're journaling in? Or, yeah, journaling in, I guess. Or do you have like a concert one? I bought a concert notebook right before our first Taylor concert. And then never updated it. What was your favorite concert you went to, by the way? I love that so much, though. I'm, like, really tempted to tell the person I went to, like, all the Eras tours with that, like, we should do that for our 40th birthdays. Because they're both next year, and I'm like, that would be a great way to, like, ring it in together, right? So I'll leave this open for that other picture. And then on this one, we'll put this big frame here. I don't really have like a ton of junk from like the first couple of things that I want to junk journal, but this is a piece of one of the things that we did, so I think mine's probably less of like a classical quote-unquote junk journal and more of like memories kind of in that style, you know what I mean? Like kind of like a cross between a junk journal and a memory keeper kind of. I just thought I have this washi tape that's kind of like Italy-ish. I mean, it is Italy, but it's like, and you know, it's really more like Tuscan, but I just thought that would look kind of cool under it. Like with my family's picture there, like kind of like a, you know, like this is where it comes from, and this is like my family. Does that make sense? I don't know. It makes sense to me, so that's all that matters. I absolutely love that, though. The concert idea is so good. Kind of just adding some stuff for like depth of color. This is definitely a time I could embellish with like some Italy stuff too. Some stenciling. I think that's the next thing I'm gonna do is add a little bit more still kind of debating if I want to add more of the, I love these little washi bits from, this is from Lauren Phelps Designs. I know I have a little, one of these that is newspaper too. That's the other thing that's annoying me, is I know I have that for sure. And I cannot think of where it would be at. So that's fun. All right, let's add. So I also have these stamps. I'm trying to think. That would be sweet. This would also be really sweet on there. All right, let's kind of get the rest of my stickers down. I think we'll be done with those. So any of these that I want to put in there. Aperol stamp. It says Italy on it. Did you travel to any of the concerts, Nikki, or were they all like local to you? I'll put this here, and if the picture goes over, the picture goes over it, because I'm not loving it 100%. Nice. I for real never thought I'd be somebody that like traveled to it was a concert, let's be honest. So that was definitely one of my like biggest revelations when I did all the Eras Tour stuff. It was like, oh hey. I mean, I was like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, I'll travel to Atlanta. You know, my friend lives there. No big deal. I don't really consider that traveling for I mean, obviously I traveled for the concert, but the whole like other side of the world was wild to me. I remember I had a friend that traveled to the UK to see Ed Sheeran, and I loved it. I love Ed Sheeran, so like I was like, oh, that's cool. But I don't know. I don't know if I go to the UK like for that. Like, but like I love traveling, and I love. I'm not a huge concert girly, but like the specific concerts that I love. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, why wouldn't I? Seems like that's like right up my alley. Like travel for some sporting events, travel for some concerts. Let's see, I did want to add in, let's add maybe this right here. That'd be cute. This is a sticker actually. Now that I'm feeling the back of it, it feels like a sticker. Do you ever get pieces of stuff in like, whether they're like kits or like grab bags or whatever, and you're like, is this a die cut? Is this a sticker? This was a sticker. All right, let's put a little more really stenciling. So I definitely like that I can kind of embellish these little areas without having the sticker specifically, you know what I mean? Oh, that's not down. There was one that I thought I really liked. Oh, this one, the window. What was your favorite concert that you went to? I like that because you can still kind of see the stenciling through it. Okay, I have this little sticker book available too. Let's see if there's anything like... I think it's all specifically supposed to be Rome, but... That's awesome. Five Finger Death Punch is... My cousins and my aunt have gone to a couple of their... This was years ago, but they like met the like lead singer and like hung out and like drank with him like tons of times. And I don't know, like there's some sort... I wasn't at it. I don't know what the heck happened, but like they're so like... Every time somebody says Five Finger Death Punch, I just have to laugh because it's like... They're so funny about it. Oh, I love this, but I feel like it's not... This is pretty too. You can prompt him to see Little Shop of Horrors. That's cool too. I love the magic of like the random stuff that happens on that kind of stuff. So like when we were in Vancouver, I wanted to see a hockey game because one of my like... kind of like, not super like, I'm not trying to do everything, like, I don't know. I would love to go to all the hockey arenas in the country, well, in the league. And I'm like, well, if I'm in Vancouver, like, this trip is already expensive, like, swing that in, and they happen to be home both Friday and Sunday, actually. And so, when we were talking about stuff, I was like, okay, but, like, does anybody want to go see a hockey game? And thankfully, they all wanted to go, so it was, like, an easy tie-in, but that was a lot of fun to go to the hockey game. And it's funny, because now I'm seeing these, like, videos of, like, the Canadian hockey fans that are booing, like, Americans, and I'm like, yeah, that's Rogers Arena. We were there. It was fun. Alright, let me pull out. I want to do like brown because I feel like this is just a brown spread, tan and stuff. So let me pull out. I'm gonna do a different color brown though. A nicer brown, a rusticer brown. Let's do the Dolce Vita for sure. And there's something on here that I don't want. So what I like to do for that is I will take a piece of washi when I ink it up and just try to cover it with it. And I'm just gonna do my best because I'm not like, there's some stuff around it that if it gets on there, it gets on there. Kind of like with the edges too. I don't care if it gets a little imprint. Tour the Viking Stadium. Yeah. I don't know if Shelby's still here, but when we went to Dallas, we didn't get to go and tour the AT&T Stadium, but we did run in and like go to the gift shop and stuff, and that was a lot of fun. But I do want to do like a game at the hockey arenas. The concert was held in the stadium. That's cool. And let's do... I don't exactly know where this is gonna go, but I think it's pretty. So let's try to put it somewhere. Maybe like here. Ooh, I like that stamp a lot. I'm like stamping it everywhere. And then, honestly, I think that's probably good, but let's do this too. I need to go to Minnesota for sure. It's actually one of the states I haven't been to. It's on my list of like short trips because flights from Detroit are, well, I say usually, I haven't checked since flight prices went wild. All right. Hoping to have like more rustic-y. I bought this book of letters and it's not quite as like versatile as I was hoping. It's a little more kitty than I would have liked. Like I want some like black and whites, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be. I actually bought this before I designed the ransom note stencil. And so I was happy when I got it that it was, we've been to Avalanche Shape. I would like to go to that. Stadiums I've been to. So hockey wise, I've been to Columbus and Detroit and now Vancouver. Baseball, I've been to both Detroit stadiums. Baseball, I've been to and seen a game in. I've been like by or to a lot of other ones too, but hockey or baseball wise, we've been to both Detroit, or I've been to both Detroit, the old Washington Nationals one, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and I feel like one more, but I can't remember. I think that's it. That might be it. And then a couple of like minor league stadiums. And we're gonna go to Cincinnati this summer too, for sure. My boyfriend's a Yankees fan, so I told him I'd go to somewhere. If he'd travel, I'd go to the game. And then football, I've been to Detroit's and the Jaguars, Jacksonville. And I've been to a college football game in the Superdome. But, you know, I've still been to a game there, so I kind of count that. College football is the one I actually have the most. I've been to the old Detroit Pistons one. That's the only basketball. I don't really like basketball, so I'm not really. College football, I have been to, like, of the power conferences. Michigan, Michigan State, Notre Dame, Purdue, Northwestern, Penn State, obviously Ohio State. And I feel like there's one more, and I don't know what it is. That might be it. Anyway, back to this. I like stopped planning. I don't know if I need that. I really wanted those letters to have the letters I wanted. Like the type of letters I wanted. It's just a little too bright, I think. I need like, I don't want to do them all the same one though. I wanted to mix them up. Let's see. Like they're just not chill enough. It's like candy in that. All right, I'm just gonna have to write it, I think. Looking for a specific stencil that I had sitting right here. And now it's not sitting right here, of course, as these things go. right, this might work out better anyway. Getting some stenciling in. We took tire strips every year for a few years after, right around like the end, towards the end of my college. My brother was super into it, and it was like a whole family thing, and we stopped doing that. I don't know why. It was fun. Oh, I went to the old Braves Stadium. That's right. That's the other baseball stadium I've been to. I knew there's at least one more. We actually went to the closing night of Turner, the last weekend, and the closing night of Turner Field. That was fun. It also like wasn't as sad because like it wasn't like my stadium. You know what I mean? It was cool to like be able to be there and to like be there for the moment, but also like for it not to be like as emotional as like Joe Louis Arena closing was. You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, there's history there and it's a really cool stadium that I've like driven by for so long and really wanted to go to. But also like it wasn't my stadium. No. Have a good night, Cynthia. I'm almost done. I am just gonna like add the date here. And I'm gonna add one more picture there, and that'll be my spread for that. And then the next couple spreads are gonna be Ohio State stuff. It's gonna be like Rose Bowl, Cotton Bowl. You have bad blood with the Braves. What's the? Oh, is it Cleveland? Probably. Did they play them in something in the World Series? Was that who Cleveland played in the World Series? No, I feel like that's who Cleveland played in the World Series. I get that done. I'm kind of think I'm gonna. What time is it? It's 10. I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit more and do a little bit more of this because this is fun. Not that planning isn't fun, but it's like I feel like I have to. Yeah, they beat us in. Was that in like 2003, 3 ish? No, it would have been like 7 or 8, right? I was thinking high school and college. $16? Oh, really? Huh. Did I already I put this one down, didn't I? Oh, I must have printed it twice. Where is all of my junk journal stuff? All the pictures I had printed out to put in there. Over here again. Okay, I need roses. I do need that. I just thought of that. I have a rose stencil. That'll be perfect for floral nature. Do I do that one, or do I do one big rose, or do the rose with the, no, I don't think so. I think we're gonna do, although the roses and then gray, oh, I like that idea. Oh my goodness. I do have that newspaper stuff of Lauren Phelps. I can't believe it was right there. You dumbass. Yeah, that's not super dark though, so. All right, let's do another page. Let's junk journal our Ohio State football prowess triumph now that we have no coaches. Although I like the idea of like the roses here too. Maybe I'll do this and then that. Because I like the idea of the roses and then like gray, but then I also like a lot of, yeah. We'll do that. I really wish I didn't have to go to work tomorrow. I just want to like stay up all night just like doing fun stuff like this. I need to like, once my like other coworker that like her and I basically run our office, once she's on vacation for the next like, well, 2 weeks, like starting, well, Friday was her first day, but when she's back, I need to just like take a sick day and stay home and just play and have fun. That would be one way to get caught up on everything. Ooh, I love that. I do want some green in here though. See, like, this is a new ink pad, and I'm almost positive this is not out of ink. And even this one feels really dry. But, like, obviously, like, there's ink in it, so, like, I'm not worried about having to replace this one, but it honestly does sound like a really good plan. However, I need to save that random sick day, because I think if my sister-in-law doesn't have her baby by the 25th, they're going to induce her, and I'm like, they're going to definitely need my help that day because, like, my mom's going to want to go and be there. Oh, dang it. That would have been so fun. Pipe dreams, pipe dreams. Let's add the green for the leaves here. And that way we'll incorporate some of that, like, rose gold green. And then let's get a good gray. We'll do less shadow. Let me grab a brush. Now I'm like, my head is spinning, like, how cool it would be to have like a helmet stripe stencil. I don't know how we'd do that, but it would have been cool if I could have like inked up the helmet stripes. I love this stencil. I don't know why I don't use it more often. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Cotton ball. I want to just do, I think I just want to do a rose bowl spread. I think I want to just do a spread from each of the games, other than Tennessee, because that was last year, obviously. Now I'm finding all these random little stickers that I wanted to use for stuff and put them somewhere and then never went back to them, as one does. Alright, let's see. That's a rose bowl one. That's a rose bowl one. That's a rose bowl one. That's cotton bowl, I think. Yeah. So it has cotton bowl. Cotton. I believe that is also cotton bowl. That's definitely national championship. There's a lot of national championship ones. I'm not going to worry about using like Ohio State stuff as the background in this one because I know in the other two I will. It's like for this one I'm going to put like and this one instead of junk because obviously like I didn't go to the game. I don't have tickets or a program or anything. I just actually printed off a bunch of pictures. This is one I wanted to put in there. I thought I had one of the scoreboard, but I guess it was just this. I don't know why I really liked this, like, look of like all the stacked TVs. But I thought that was cool. You know what one I thought I had printed out and I don't see it, and this makes me really sad, is that picture of Will Howard, like, with all the fans. Katie, you'll know what I'm talking about. I feel like you'll know what I'm talking about. Come there. Maybe I'll leave some room for that one too. I don't think I really care it's Capital One, so I'm just going to cut out the Rose Bowl logo itself. It really is a good one. I can't believe I didn't print it off. I'm a little mad about it. Did you see his, like, so sweet, like, farewell, though? Oh, what a guy. I can't believe, like, when he first came in. I mean, I can believe it, because I feel like we all got kind of jaded with Kyle McCord. When he first came in, I was like, this dude, really? Oh, thank gosh. Thank goodness. All's well that ends well. I'm just trying to see if there's any, like, cute red paper to have a good one. I need to get off of here in a minute, but I really wanted to do this one. I've been waiting to do the Ohio State stuff. All right, let's put this. Actually, this made plenty. It really is a good one, but I won't really have a place to put it now. That's okay. We don't need that for sure. That looks so good, though. I do want to add, I think, some more roses up here, though, because it's getting kind of covered with all the pictures at the bottom here. I'm gonna be getting out here soon too, so I'm just gonna kind of glue this down really quick, and not really quick, but let's put this one here. I like that better, I think. One thing I will say with junk journaling is a lot of like moving stuff around. Playing with it until like you found like the spot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna kind of trim this picture down slightly. Oh, I guess the airplanes are kind of part of it though. It is a lot of scrapbooking. It really is. It basically is like a kind of a form of scrapbooking, I think. Don't let junk journalists hear you say that, but I really think that's kind of... My little nephew was the sweetest this time. He was like so intent on wearing his jersey, and my family was so mean to him. So it was like, oh, it was so gratifying being able to give him that national champion's hat because they were so mean to him. He was so excited to wear it too. He was like, Coco, I'm wearing my jersey. And like, I was like, that is the cutest. And my family was brutal. So I should tell him to wear that hat to the game on to Sunday. That would be so funny. He will too. I'm so glad because he was like, you're just gonna give me a hat anyway, right? And I was like, no, you're not getting it. I don't know if he thought like he'd get like a national champion's hat regardless, or just like an Ohio State, which I probably would have gotten. I probably would have waited until I go for the hockey game at the end of this month to get him one, but now I'm gonna have to get him something else down there. You'll just get a regular Ohio State hat. Because he needs one of those too. I'm so excited for the... Oh, shoot. That's the other thing I need to do. I need to do that tomorrow. I bought a hockey jersey, and it didn't quite... I didn't get right. I have to send that back by the 8th. Shoot. I put this on upside down. I'm an idiot. Probably because I wanted the Ohio State part to be up. I also am very glad that he was able to get his hat. I really should tell him to wear it to the game. I'm probably the reason he gets made fun of a lot. Playing on this Sunday? Oh, yeah. That's a bummer. That stinks. Nothing good was in town. I think he'll have fun at Great Wolf Lodge, though. How old is he? Oh, yeah. That's such a good age for that. Does he do like the... Have you guys ever been to Great Wolf Lodge or just Kalahari? You only have to watch me like... That's good. All right. We got a lot done tonight. We did 4 spreads. So we did this one and this one. I'll be making up pages for... Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, if it's their first time, that's like... That'll be... I'm sure they'll love it. The only thing that stinks is it's not nice enough to go outside. Because the one in the Great Wolf Lodge has a nice... In Cincinnati has a nice, like, outdoor area. And, like, a little tiki bar. Which, if I remember correctly, they had, like, a lot of... I love this. I can't wait to make more of these. Can't wait to, like, document... You know, obviously there's only 2 more games, but... That's so fun. I'm excited. Anyway. That was that. And then... The 2 pages in here we did was kind of like a... To go together. Like, it was like a ripped page to this one. So we got 2 weeks done. 2 pages in junk journaling. And all in like 20 extra minutes than we usually take. All right. I'm going to get going because I really should go to bed. Or at least get in bed and do my reading and whatever. So have a good night. I will see you soon. I'll be around here next week. Maybe this weekend. I don't know. I don't really know what my plans are this weekend. Or this week. I might jump on here again. Because I have nothing else. Well, not that I have nothing else to do, but... Anyway, have a good night.